agencies in the world, and they both are the best at gathering information. We are hearing that everything that this administration is doing, they're saying national security, national security, national security. Folks, there's a reason they're saying it. We haven't heard this, to my recollection, from other administrations. There's Wyatt Earp, thank you. We have not heard this national security from other administrations. And who visits? Visits. They're not telephone calls. Netanyahu visits the White House or Mar-a-Lago more than anybody else. There's a reason for that, folks, because they don't want to talk on the telephone. Because we are the best in the world of gathering intel, and the CIA and the Mossad from Israel, they report directly to Netanyahu. I was watching somebody on YouTube, a great channel. I'll tell you a couple shows that I watch on YouTube, and I recommend them very highly because you get the truth, you get the facts, just like you get from me. Okay? That's Value Entertainment, Patrick Betta Davis, and Stephen A. Smith. They tell it like it is, but they got the facts to back it up. And those are the type of things that I watch. Okay? Good morning, Nancy. Great to see you here. Big Stank, thank you. How are you? Now, folks, you're hearing a lot about Greenland. We're going to take over the country. Okay? And they tell you it's because of national security. And they want to put a military base there. Okay? And before I continue, folks, I want to thank Kelly. All right, Kelly, yesterday, the first person to ever hit my PayPal account, put money in my PayPal. I want to thank her for that there. And I thank everybody who hits that thank button. And folks, please subscribe, like, and share. You know, you got that hype button now, okay, that you could do. Okay? Am I Warren Buffett? Good morning, Lambro. How are you? Folks, let's get into this. You know, a lot of people don't know about Greenland. It's not on anybody's bucket list that I know that they want to go on a vacation. So let me tell you what Greenland is, what they have, and everything. Okay? Alright? Greenland does not have its own independent military and is not a member of NATO, but is part of the alliance through Denmark. Trump's stance on the island's future has shocked Copenhagen, which has traditionally enjoyed close relationships with Washington. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen warned that any effort to take over Greenland would spell the end of NATO. It's a big, big statement he made, folks. She and her UK counterparts, Sir Keir Starmer, signed a statement alongside the leaders of fellow NATO members, France, Germany, Italy, Poland, and Spain. It said Greenland belongs to its people and only Denmark and Greenland can decide on matters concerning their relations. On January 14th, Vance and Rubio are meeting Well, that already happened. Danish and Greenland foreign ministers at the White House for a summit to discuss the future. I don't know what happened there, folks. All right, so I'm going to have to check that out and see. Okay? Trump wrapped up calls to take over Greenland following the recent U.S. military raid on Venezuela, during which his president Nicolas Maduro and his wife were seized and removed to New York. And if you recall, I did a video on there. If you haven't seen it, you should go back and check my other videos. All right? All right, Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederiksen Nielsen responded by saying, "That's enough now," describing the idea of the U.S. control as a fantasy. But Trump and his allies went on to reiterate their threats. The White House said a number of options were under discussion, including utilizing the U.S. military. Hmm. Trump wants to use our military to take over Greenland. Hmm. That's very interesting, right? Will he do it? You see what's going on in Iran? He's threatening Iran now. Folks, something's in the works because they're using the word national security a lot. Now, obviously, they're not going to tell us exactly what they mean by that. Okay? Thank you, Sevi. Richard, thank you for coming. Eduardo, thank you all for coming here. Please hit that subscribe button. One of the top eight, Stephen Miller has said nobody's going to fight the U.S. over the future agreement. What does Stephen Miller have that he's so close to Trump? He is the closest individual to Donald Trump. He's the guy behind all this immigration with the ICE agents. He's the guy that's doing this. Now, you think Christine Noem's doing this? No, she's not. She's taking orders from Stephen Miller. Okay? He's been wanting to do that from the first administration, if you recall. And now he's got a bigger part in it. So, people, you got to pay attention. And when somebody talks, okay, when you hear a politician talking, I said this before, read between the lines of what they're really saying. Folks, by the way, I apologize for all these bots and some wise ass people that come in here. There's nothing that I can do about it. All right? And I told you about Patrick, but David Value Entertainment. They did a show on it. They showed the facts. They showed everything you needed. 51% of the profiles on all across social media platforms, every one of them, okay, are fake. Yeah, they're fake. That's 51%. That's a big percentage. And Facebook, Google, YouTube, nobody's going to do anything about it. Because if they did, if they got rid of them, they get rid of 51% of their people. You understand that? I wanted to throw that in there for you today. Rubio, and I like Marco Rubio. He reportedly told lawmakers that the American plan is to buy rather than invade Greenland. But let's take a look at something else. About 80% of Greenland is covered by ice, meaning most people live on the southwestern coast around the capital of Nuuk. Okay? Its economy is mainly based on fishing and it receives large subsidies from the Danish government. In recent years, there has been increased interest in Greenland's natural resources, including rare earth mineral, uranium, and iron, and, and, guess what else? Significant, significant oil and gas reserves. Hmm. Folks, who's the wealthiest people in this country? Whose trust goes this from? The heads of the oil companies. What they take Venezuela? They got the oil now. Trump's in charge of the money there. Did you hear him? He said he will be in charge of the money that comes from the oil from Venezuela. Venezuela. Okay? All right. Valuable mineral research has been a key focus of the Trump elsewhere, including in his dealings with Ukraine. However, the U.S. president has said, we need Greenland for national security, not minerals. Hear what he said? Think the opposite of what he said, and you get the truth. Okay? More than once he has described the threat he perceives from rival power, saying that if we don't take Greenland, Russia or China will take Greenland. Well, he could be right there. All right? Be very right. Because who are two other world powers? Greenland, Russia and China. And what does Russia and China have? They have nuclear arms. They got buttons just like Trump's got on his desk. Okay? You see the danger that we're playing with here, folks? Now, the oil that we're getting from Venezuela now, okay, we took away oil from guess who? Russia and China. Now, I heard a report that China might bomb Germany. I don't know if it was an accurate report or not, okay, but just I heard the report, okay? What happens? If Germany gets bombed, Don, you said CNN has bombed Greenland this morning? I didn't hear that. Yes, Ben, I am a veteran. I proudly served this country, okay? I didn't hear that there. We had not bombed Greenland, okay? Let's get back to the fact. If China or Russia, okay, bombed Germany, if they do, that's the beginning of a world war again, folks. And the lives of all our young men in the military could be in danger. That's not something that I like to see. Because I personally, I have seen a lot of our young men who got killed during the war. With my own eyes, I have seen it. It's not a great pleasure, folks. Okay? We got somebody here from Germany. Thank you for coming. All right? Somebody said criminals don't believe in God. You see what I mean about these people to come here with fake names or something? Okay? People come up with the craziest thing. Gangsters pray more than the average person does. We all, all us gangsters believe in God. All right? Hmm. Did we fight on the wrong side? No, we did not. Study your history, my friend. Okay? Study your history. You know, I was on a live show with somebody on TikTok last night. They brought me in. Okay? We live in a country today, we got the worst education. A lot of people don't read, they don't write, and they don't listen. People don't listen. I'm here talking. This thing you tell me I had a lot of views, but I'll hold steady this morning. Not a whole lot of people. Right now we're at 57. Okay? My favorite news source actually happens to be News Nation. Okay? And I read. I read, folks. I'm an avid reader. All right? And I do my research. All right? History was the best. American history was my best course. I got 98, 99 in world history in school because I loved it. I wanted to know the history of this country. Folks, you've been to Europe. Anybody here been to Europe? Leave me a comment. Let me know you've been to Europe. Okay? I've been to France. I've been to Italy. I've been to England. I've been Russia. No, I haven't been to Russia. I dealt with them. Okay? You notice how beautiful those countries are? You notice how beautiful they are over there? They take care of things. They got buildings there to spend there for hundreds and hundreds of years. We in the United States, a building is 10 years old, they got to tear it down. If you've been to Europe, folks, it's such a beautiful place. And I don't want to see a war, okay? So we are heading for something. We don't know. They're not going to tell us, okay? We're not going to know, folks, until it happens. But something is in the works, that's for sure. Because Netanyahu was just visited Trump again. This guy visits Trump like he's got a house right there in Washington, D.C. or Florida. Maybe he does, I don't know. All right? We've had peace for a long time, folks. You realize how long it has been that we have not been in a war? I'm 81 years old. 81. You know what I seen? All my uncles were in World War II. All of them. My grandfather flew 4 flags in front of his house on his porch. Back in those days, if you had a member of your family was in the war, you flew a flag in front of your house. My grandfather had 4. All my uncles were in the war. They were in battle. And thank the Lord, they all came back. And do they have wars? Let's go once again to the money people in this world. You have any idea how many billions of dollars that they make when there's a war? Because they make the tanks, they make the guns, they make the bullets, they make the airplanes. They want it. They want it, folks. Folks, somebody said, oh, you got to promote your book more, okay? Folks, I got a book. If you haven't read my book, The Accidental Gangster, From Insurance Salesman to Hollywood Picture, you should read it, all right? And it's available. Go to my website up there to take you, if you want an autographed copy, or it'll take you to Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Another thing that I don't talk about, folks, and for those of you who are members, you will notice that you're getting certain information that I don't share, okay, with everybody, okay? So, become a member. It's a couple bucks. It's not a lot of money, okay? Somebody says, stop flipping. I'm saying what I really want to say. If you don't like it, leave. You think I care? You think you're going to make a difference in my life with your sarcastic remarks? You're not going to. You don't hurt me at all. Who are you? See, they don't even, nobody got real names over here. Thank you for your family serving. I appreciate it. You're right, Kathy. I should just ignore it. But sometimes they're bots. I know what they are. I don't know why I get upset because some people come on, they say the dumbest things. But if they are real people, that goes to prove what I've been saying. People don't read, write. Our youth, okay? Our youth is not reading or writing, let alone do any sort of arithmetic. It was called math, okay? They don't know. Social media is destroying this world, folks. Thank you, Dr. Gregory. Thank your family for serving, okay? Thank you, Cook. I always come here dressed, respectful, honorable, and loyal. And folks, I wish the rest of the world would be doing that. I agree. Social media is made. Yeah, folks. I mean, look, you know what? Social media, dating apps, okay? Young girls are having problems getting dates. They can't find a man. A man. Now, there's difference between a man and a boy. A man has respect, knows how to treat a lady. A boy does not. And we got too many boys now. Who do I blame? I blame their parents. A lot of scammers on dating app, my friend. Okay? And I don't have the patience for it. But I did, I'm going to be honest with you, Okay? I'm going to meet a lady, 65 years old, which is about perfect for me, I think. She wants to meet me for a cocktail. She's everything that she looks like everything. Classy, sexy, sensual, and beautiful. Hmm. Well, we'll see. Okay? Hmm. People don't know how to talk. You know that, I can't say your name, Osho, ordinary, whatever. Okay, I apologize if I don't pronounce your name right. I don't know what your real name is. But your son is correct, and if you listen to my past video, I say the same thing. People don't communicate. People are not talking to each other no more. I could take you out right now to any restaurant here in Beverly Hills, and you'll see people sitting at the table, a guy with a gal, and they both are sitting with their phones. They're texting. They're not looking at each other. They're not communicating with each other. When I have a date, you know what I do? I leave my phone home. I leave it home. And I hope that the girl that I have a date with does the same thing. And if she don't, I tell her to shut it off and put it in her purse. And you see me do my live yesterday in Beverly Hills. You see how I talk to everybody. Okay? I'm a communicator. And that's not happening in this world anymore, folks. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's pathetic. So, folks, I went out this morning. I got myself a manicure. You can see. Okay, I washed my clothes. My son said, "Dad, you have OCD." Folks, I have OCD so bad. One thing about me, you will never ever see a dirty dish in my sink. Everything gets clean immediately. When I cook, after I'm through cooking, everything's cleaned up, folks. Cleaned up. My bed gets made first thing in the morning. My floors have been vacuumed today. My clothes have been washed. I do those things, folks. I'm 81 years old. I do them by myself. People don't care no more. Some people live like slobs. Some people never change their clothes, brush their teeth, and things like that. And here I am trying to give you a little bit about a history. And I want to thank you all who have stayed here. I want to thank you all who have subscribed to my channel. I want you to know I deeply appreciate it. Sincerely, from my heart, I do. My channel is growing. It's a little slow, but I'm getting close to 15,000 subscribers here. I think I need a couple hundred more, whatever it is. And, you know, and you see, I'm not talking a lot about Diddy lately. Okay? You know why? I'm tired of it, as most people are. But there are some YouTubers that report every time. If he goes to the bathroom, they gotta report it. Okay? Like they know what he's doing. They don't know. Okay? They want to talk about all these civil lawsuits and civil lawsuits and Diddy is getting destroyed. Well, she's been destroyed already. Okay? These civil lawsuits are the least of his worries right now. He just wants to get out of prison. Okay? Will that happen? Will there be other indictments? I don't know. Okay? I don't know that yet. But as of now, I don't see any other indictments. And like I told you yesterday, okay, Diddy can file bankruptcy on those civil lawsuits. Think about that, folks. But anyways, I want to thank you all for coming, okay? And, as I always say, folks, do something nice for others today. It'll come back to you tenfold. Have a great day. All my love and respect to you all. Take care.